Hello students, today in entrepreneurship class I am going to start the last unit, and in this unit a particular chapter we are going to do is capital market. Now capital means money or the funds which is invested in the business. So capital is related with finance. See, capital is related with finance. Now finance refers to funds or money which is needed by a business. Now for every business we need funds, we need money. Money is required for starting up of the business. Now next is what is the need of finance? Why amount or funds or money is required in a business? See, in a business finance is required to start. Okay, whenever an entrepreneur wants to start a new venture, funds are required. So to establish a business, then for acquiring the fixed assets, for making market investigation, you want to do market research, for knowing the taste and preferences of the customer, for knowing the problems in the society, for giving solutions to those problems, you need to do the market research. So finance is needed for starting up of the business, for acquiring fixed assets, for doing the market research, then to develop a product, for that also you need money. Then for development of product you need men and material, so that also requires money. Then for expanding, diversifying, for growing the business, fund is required. And for meeting the unexpected events or unexpected expenses, unplanned expenses, for that also finance is required. So basically finance is required for running of the business. You can say starting and running of the business is fixed capital requirement. There are some fixed capital requirement and then there are working capital requirement. Working capital for day-to-day activities, for running up of the business, for paying the salary to the employees, for purchasing raw material, and fixed capital for purchasing fixed assets, and for growth and diversification of the business. So these are the need for which we need for finance in a business. Now, what are the sources of finance? From where an entrepreneur arranges the money which is needed to run the business, to start a business. Now there are two sources. First is internal source and second one is external source. Now internal means internal sources are those sources which is within the business. That means when money is arranged from within the business, that is internal source. And when the funds, the money is arranged from outside the business, from outside people, that is external source. Now in internal source we have equity shares, preference shares, retained earnings, and GDR, ADR and IDRs. This we have already done in class 11, so I'll just give in brief I'll discuss this. So equity means the real owners of the company. Equity shareholders are the owners of the company. They give money, they invest their money in the business. Then the second type of shareholders are the preference shareholders. They get preferential rights over equity shareholder as regards the payment of dividends and repayment of the capital. So they are preference shareholders. So these are actually the two types of shares. Then third is retained earnings. Retained earnings are that part of profit which is not distributed to the shareholders, but it is retained, it is kept in the business for further growth and expansion, for expenses of the business. So that is retained earnings. Last is GDR, ADR and IDRs. These are the depository receipts. This is global depository receipt, this is American depository receipt and Indian depository receipts. So this we have already done in class 11. So these are the internal sources of finance. Why it is internal? Because the shareholders who are providing money to run the business, so they are internal to the business. Then retained earnings, that part of profit distributed as dividend, which is kept in the business for further growth and expansion. That money belongs to the shareholder, so that is also internal source. And this is also internal source because in this also depository receipts are issued, and that is a kind of internal source because of the type they are using. There is actually a depository which issues that there is receipts against some shares. So that is internal source. Then comes the external source. 9 external source. First is debentures and bonds. As we all know, debentures are long-term loans. Debentures are long-term loans which are borrowed from outside the business. The people who don't want to take risk, those who don't invest in shares, they invest in debentures because here a fixed rate of return is given. Here the earnings of shareholder varies. When there is profit, they will get dividend, and when there is no profit, they won't get dividends. But in case of losses also, interests are paid. So debentures are very secured form, and this is external source of finance. Then come debentures and bonds, and then comes loan from financial institutions. A lot of financial institutions are there like IDBI and Industrial Development Bank of India. There are so many financial institutions. They provide loan for starting up of business, for running of the business. So an entrepreneur can borrow money from financial institutions, or they can take loan from commercial banks also for starting up a business. Then we have public deposits. That means it's invitation to the public to deposit money, and then the interest is paid on that. Then trade credit, that is allowing a credit period of 3 months, 2 months to a business. That is also a source of external source of finance. Then last is intercorporate deposits. Here, suppose a business organization is having excess fund, so they want to earn something on that, so they lend that money to other business organizations who are in need of money. So this is intercorporate deposits, when one business lends money to another business for a shorter period of time. So that is intercorporate deposits. So these are basically the sources of finance from where business organization arranges money to run the business, to purchase fixed assets. For starting up, these are the two sources, internal and external. After knowing the sources of finance, why finance is needed, and then what are the sources of finance, the next topic is capital market. Now, capital market refers to the whole network of all organizations, institutions and instruments. That means capital market is the sum of organizations, then there are institutions, and there are so many instruments that provide medium and long-term funds. Okay, see, there are two types of market from where funds can be generated. First is money market, and then other one is capital market. So money market is for short-term sources of fund. When short-term sources of fund when an entrepreneur or a business organization wants, they are in need of short-term finance, they want funds for shorter period of time, then they go for money market. But capital market is for medium and long-term funds. So they provide medium and long-term funds to the business organization. Now funds are raised through both debt and equity. Debt is the borrowed fund and equity is the owner's fund. So the money which is raised through capital market, the medium and long-term funds which are raised through capital market, they can be borrowed funds or owner's fund, both. They can be through, the money can be raised through debt or equity. Now what is the importance of capital market? Capital market mobilizes the resources. Mobilization of resources means there are so many investors there are people who are having money, they want to invest their money and earn interest on that. And there is one sector of business organization, consisting of business organization, they are always in need of money because they have to run their business, they want to expand and grow their business. So one sector is having surplus money, the investors, and one sector is always in need of money. So capital market is the link between, it is the bridge between these two sectors, and it mobilizes the savings of the investors, it channelizes it to business organization and makes those funds available to the business organization for growth. So first importance of capital market is mobilization of resources. Next comes secure foreign capital and know-how. Through capital market, foreign investments is made in different countries. So it helps in securing foreign capital, and then the technical know-how is also made available through capital markets. Then ensure most effective allocation of mobilized resources. This means the capital market, they ensure that the money which is mobilized, the money which is channelized from different sources are put in those projects which generate higher return, which generates highest return, and they help in the development of the country. So these are the three importance of capital market. Now capital market are of two types. Capital market are of two types. First is the primary market, and second one is called secondary market. Now, in primary market, new issue of shares is done. That means whenever a company issues fresh shares, then it is issued in primary market. And secondary market is for trading of already issued shares. So here the transfer of resources from the savers to the entrepreneur is done. That means there are, as I said, there is a few section of people who are having surplus money, they want to invest it somewhere. So it is primary market which facilitates investment of these surplus money into the business. Okay, so here that mobilization of resources is done for setting up of a business, for expanding, for diversifying. And this is the market where securities are sold for the first time. Here securities are sold for the first time. And in secondary market, already issued shares are traded. So this is the difference between capital market and secondary market. Sorry, primary market and secondary market. So in my next video, I'll discuss the sources of primary market, that what are the methods or how money is raised or money is arranged through primary market and secondary market.